think we're back. Okay. So this here is your piston. I've already cleaned it. It's ready to go. Everything moves well in it. These are the rest of your piston rings. So we're going to install the oil ring, or what some people call the wiper. We're going to install that ring first because that's the one that comes first. Now, you don't have to do it the way I do it. I just do it this way because I've never had any trouble doing it this way. So you take your ring, you ease it in there, you find your gap. I always try to put the first gap on the wrist pin. That way I know where it's at, because it's kind of hard to find on this particular one. I always rotate one way or the other and stick there's a bottom ring that goes on like this, and you just ring that dude on there, and it can be troublesome, but once you get good at it, it ain't so bad. All right, wherever that gap is, I go to the other side and put the other ring. 180 degrees opposite one another. And if you watch me, it's pretty easy. All right, so now we got our rings. Well, the oil ring. Okay, now on this particular set, we have 2 rings that are cast iron. One of them's going to have a dot. Okay, this is the second ring, and if you can see it, I don't know if you can, but there's a little dot right there. All right, that little dot causes this to be the second ring, and you want that dot showing. So you take that, pick your piston up, ease it into that slot as best as you can. It ain't going to be smooth. It's not going to be a smooth transition. Then ease your ring on around the piston. Now they make a tool that you can do this with, but I've found in all my years of building that tool, I've broke more piston rings with the tool than I have just putting it on. All right, got that one on. It looks good. Floats in there real nice like. You take your third one, which is the top ring, and it has no markings. It's square, so it doesn't matter. And just pop that little sucker on just like that. And that's how you ring the pistons. Now, I always bring mine this way for the oiling part, and I'll tell you why when we get over to the block. The next thing you need to do before you put the piston in is you need to get your bearing. It's just a little insert. This happens to be a 10/1000 insert bearing because my crank's been turned 10. Now, just press that in. See where okay, now I'm going to lean this toward you so you can get a good look. Let me see how you're seeing it. Okay, you're seeing it right. If you'll see, there's a gap here on this side. Well, that side goes to the shoulder of the journal. This side goes to the other piston. And that's how you can tell if you're putting it together right. There's a lot of people who put these in and they'll put this on the wrong side and it galls against the journal and it won't run very long that way. So you get that put in, you get your cap. You do the same thing with the cap. Mash it in there good. Now if you'll get to looking, See, it's got a journal side too. So when you put it together, when it goes together, it should be just like that. Smooth to smooth, journal to journal. You'll also know that you got it right if the two cleats are on the same side. All right, so we got that covered. Now, not everybody does this. I do it because this is the way I done it. Not everybody wants to buy this particular, we used to call it Z powder. And what Z powder actually is a graphite molecular ball bearing. Anyway, the ball bearings in this bottle are 0.004 to 0.0010. You can't see them. It's going to look like powder. But I always put a little of this on, especially when I was building hot rods, because, man, you want all the protection you can get. Now, this stuff isn't cheap, and if you're going to put your engine in pretty quick, I wouldn't tell you to waste your time on it. I always use Lubriplate grease assembly lube. I know guys that use all kinds of stuff. I've seen them use STP. I've seen them build with all kinds of lubricant. I just happen to like the Lubriplate. It sticks well, and if you're gonna take your time on your engine, then you want something that's gonna hang in there a little bit, and this Lubriplate will hang in there. So you grease your bearing, get it ready to go in the hole. Do the same on the cap. If you'll notice that powder or those little ball bearings kind of turn it a different color, and that's fine. It's not going to hurt nothing. And when this washes out, and it will, it won't hurt anything. Your oil filter should catch it, and in time it'll all be gone, and you'll just have whatever you stick in your engine. All right, we are ready to insert this piston in the hole. Catch y'all in a little bit.